Hello everyone. So in the previous lecture I had explained about subquery, and in this lecture I will explain about correlated subquery. So let's start with the definition. Correlated subquery execute once for each row processed by parent statement. Now we'll understand through the query. So this is the example of correlated subquery. So here I know it's not visible, so I will take this into SQL Server Management Studio. So it should have better visibility. Yes. And this was the definition. This is the definition: correlated subquery execute once for each row processed by parent statement. So let's understand what is the where is the parent statement and where is the correlated statement. So the first query is called a parent statement, and the second query, this query we called correlated statement. So why do we call this query as a correlated query? You can see here, department, we have applied the condition department id is equal to outer dot department id. It means this query is correlated with outer department id, means outer column of outer table. So that's why we call it as a correlated subquery. So how it's execute? So first, outer query or main query will execute. So when the main query will execute, so second query will process. Second query means correlated query will process for each row of the outer or main query. So let's understand with the example. So this is our table. Here we have the data, salary, name and department. So when I execute this query, what will happen? For first department id, this subquery will run. Then for second, this department id, again this subquery run. So we have a total 11 records. So this subquery will run for all 11 records and will keep the and it will compare with every time the inner department id of the correlated subquery will compare with department id of outer subquery, and then it match and return the results. Then value of outer subquery, correlated subquery, will be compared with this salary. So let's understand why I have written this query. So I have a problem: find the list of employee whose salary is greater than of average salary in each department. So we have the department 1, 2 and 3. Now I have a task to find the salary of employee where salary greater than average salary of each department. So in department 1 we can see there is a 3 value, 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, 12,000, 27,000, and this 10,500, 37,500. Okay, and there are 4 employee. So average salary is almost 9,000. So almost, okay. So we need to find, I think it will be more than 9,000, 10,000, 10,000, 25,000, 37,000, 48,000, almost 12,000. So average salary is 12,000. So we need the employee name whose salary is greater than average salary, means whose salary is greater than salary of almost 12,000. So for that I have written this query. So what will happen for for each employee? So when the first query will run for then for this employee, for row 1 department id is 1. So it will check the all department ID of this table. So for one it will compare with all one, so both are the same table. So one value 1 is for this, and now this one will compare with all value of employee. So it will compare with this, then it will match and give the result, then it will compare with this, it will match and give the result, again it will compare with this, match and give the result. Same it will happen with all these four, and then this employee table will return this four value, 1 2 3 and then next 4. After that what will happen, it will make group by of department ID and then average salary. So it will face the result almost 12,000. Let's see how much what value it will give for first department ID. Select average salary from employee. Where department ID is equal to 1 and group by department ID. Let's see what it is returning 11,875 average salary. So for first row where department ID is equal to 1, it will compare with all department ID of second correlated table, and after executing this entire query for first row of the outer table, it will return this average salary. So this query will return 11,875 value. Now the first query, I can say the main query. So now the compare will happen with the main query again. So in the main query I can see these are the data. So for the first row, this one is less than, this one is greater, this one is greater, and this one is also less than 11,875. So these two values should return. Let's execute this query and see what value it's return. As per logic, these two should return for department ID 1. Name is incorrect. It is throwing error from employee as outer. Sorry, this is predefined. Outer is a predefined one. I need to take anything. Out should work, because outer is a type of string, so we cannot use out. Now yeah, we can see for department ID 1 it returned only these two value. So same as it work for another department also. So this is the use of subquery, and how we write the subquery I have already explained. And one thing I just want to say here, like the subquery, correlated subquery is always a costly query. So try to avoid, if possible, we should try to avoid a correlated subquery, and we should use, if possible, then just try to use another way, like we have many things that we'll discuss in next another lectures, like some average function, window functions with some average like that. So in there I will explain how can we achieve same thing with good performance. That's all for the subquery. Thank you.